If you're watching this video, you're more than likely moving to San Antonio, Texas. And one of the things that people call me every single day and ask me is they say, Jesse, where should I live? And I'll be honest with you, I can find you a home anywhere in the city. I'm more concerned about your lifestyle and what your family needs are. So today I'm bringing you to this old neighborhood that nobody talks about, because unless you've lived here your entire life, you wouldn't know it's here. Let me tell you, let me paint the picture. It's nice, it's secluded, it is right near the airport, but you can't even hear airplanes when they fly by. So if that's the kind of lifestyle that you want, something with big open homes and big yards, then stick around, because today I'm taking you to Castle Hills. So today we're in Castle Hills. Castle Hills is located in north central San Antonio, right on the outside of Loop 410. It's about 3 miles away from the airport and about 10 miles from downtown. So if those are things that that are important to you, like getting downtown and living the downtown life, or also getting in and out of San Antonio via the airport, you're in a great location. Hi, my name is Jesse Lopez. I'm the owner of Blue Utopia Realty here in San Antonio, Texas. I put this channel together really because after 23 years of military service, I moved all over the place. I've moved to different countries, I moved to different states and cities, and I did it all by myself without any help. So I created this channel in order to provide you all the information that you need in order for you and your family to have a smooth move to San Antonio. So if that's the kind of information that you're looking for, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out a video. So let's talk about Castle Hills. If you can tell, like, this is a really serene place, and you can't even, I mean, if I told you I was 4 miles from the airport, you wouldn't believe me. But one of the things that I like about Castle Hills is that it's an older neighborhood. And if you watch more of my videos, you'll notice that I like old neighborhoods because they have more character. For instance, the homes here, they're situated on an average of a half-acre lot. So if you want the convenience of living in the town and having some space, then this is going to be a definitely good place for you. Other things that are around here are the medical center. So if you're a medical professional and you want to live, you're going to work in the medical center, then that is only about 6 miles away. There's also many things for outdoor enthusiasts to do here. There's this one park, it's called Phil Harberger Park. We're going to go by there, and there's a couple of other parks that you can take advantage of, where you can go, spend the day outdoors, and you're just about 2 or 3 miles away from this neighborhood. So who lives here? Well, usually it's an older demographic, but the average age is about 37 years old, and the composition of the families here are about 25% of the people that live here are under 18 and 14% are over 65 years old. So it's really, a pretty medium size, not medium, but median range of ages that live here. So a young professional, somebody who the average household income here is about $83,000 per year. And they just like to be outdoors. Like I said, like, look at this place. Like, these homes, you're gonna find that they're usually ranch style homes. They're single story, but what I like most about them is that they have plenty of land, so you're not like right up against your neighbor. Most of the new neighborhoods here in San Antonio, and probably the ones that they're showing you on YouTube, are going to be these cookie cutter homes that are on top of each other. You could literally reach your hand out and touch your neighbor's house. Well, if that's not for you, then this is definitely a contender. And another thing that, people obviously ask me about whenever they move or they're moving here is they ask me about the schools. Hey, Jesse, what are the schools like? Well, I'm happy to report that the schools, they range about, niche.com averages them at about a B, which is not bad for San Antonio. There's only a select few schools that have A ratings here in San Antonio. The high school, you have Churchill High School and you have Lee High School, which there was a big controversy years ago about the word or the name Lee for Robert E. Lee. So they changed it to the Learning Educational Excellence Academy or something like that. But it's rated a B. And if you have middle school age children, they'll either go to Nimitz Middle School. Actually, that's the school that they'll go to is Nimitz Middle School, and that also has a B rating from niche.com. Elementary school, you have Jackson Keller Elementary, also B. So overall, all the education here is at about a B, which is great for San Antonio. You don't want to be somewhere where they get C's and D's, but if that's not the thing and you're like, hey, I want my child to have, you know, A schools, there's other options here. There are a lot of Catholic schools. Antonian is a college prep school that's right down the street. That's rated A+, and then there's a couple of other Christian schools in the area. Currently, there are about maybe 25 homes that are on the market here in Castle Hills, and to get into Castle Hills, it's going to cost you probably about anywhere from $300,000 to $900,000 for these homes. And you can imagine the $900,000 home, that's probably a really good, nice looking home. And where the $300,000 home, we drove just past it a minute ago, and that's something that is a complete tear down. So you're going to have to actually tear down the house and then rebuild. But the average price of a home here in Castle Hills is about $550,000, which puts it at about $205 per square foot. Now, if you want to move into this area, but you don't want to buy, there's still a possibility that you could rent a home. The rentals in this area right now are low at $2,200, and the high range is $3,500. And then let's talk about the crime in the area. So I hit on this on every video that I ever make, and we know, if you watch my videos, that the national average is a 4, and here in Castle Hills the average and the crime rate is at about 6%. But it's not that it's not a safe place, because as you can tell, like, we're walking in this neighborhood and there's like nothing going on here. What I think is most of that crime is centered around the actual shops and the shopping areas that are within the city limits, because Castle Hills is a little municipality within San Antonio. So we're gonna head over to the shopping center so I can show you what's available for you if you live in this area. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite restaurants, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this is one of the shopping centers that is on the outer perimeter of Castle Hills, and you're gonna find all kinds of things. There's a IBC bank over there, you know, there's restaurants, there's spas and all that stuff. So when you move into Castle Hills, like I mentioned, we're just a couple of miles from the airport, and you're not gonna give up any inconvenience. You're hard pressed to find a property here in San Antonio that's 5 acres, or excuse me, 0.5 acres, not 5 acres. That would be awesome. But yeah, so it's got a lot of land. The homes are nice and big, and then you have all this convenience right here. So you can go, there's an Afghan restaurant right over there. It's called Osro. And my favorite restaurant, I told you I was gonna show it to you, that's called El Asador, which is on the next part of this shopping complex. But I just wanted to show you and just take a look around at all the shopping opportunities, so you don't have to go very far. One of the other things that I always talk about is HEB, and HEB, which is our main grocery store, is located maybe 2 miles up the road. So you're gonna have all those conveniences, all this shopping. You don't have to go very far to get what you want. All right, so there's a lot of stuff here, you know, that you can go and enjoy while you're living in Castle Hills. So let's now jump into, this is my favorite part of the video, is we'll jump into the truck and we'll go drive around the neighborhood. It is a small neighborhood, so I'm gonna show you the majority of it because, you know, hey, it's a great neighborhood. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in the truck and take a look at it now. All right, so here we are in the truck. We're gonna go ahead and head down. So I'm coming out of the shopping center that we were just standing at, and this road that we're going down is Military Highway. Military Highway connects to 410, and then of course you already know 410 is the ring that goes around San Antonio, the inner loop. So let's go ahead and go in here. So Northwest Military Highway, or Military Highway, the road that we're on, is on the outer perimeter, and also Blanco Road. So I'm going to make a right up here on Blanco Road so we can actually hit the perimeter. And when we're driving down this perimeter, we're actually going to go past Antonian High School, which is one of the schools that we mentioned. But as you can tell, there's all these little shops that are on the outskirts of the neighborhood. You can see by the the trees. It's very nature-esque, and as soon as you get into the neighborhoods, you can definitely see how nice and big the yards are and the homes. And that's one of the things that I don't like about new neighborhoods, and kind of why I don't live in a new neighborhood, is because when these developers develop the land, they literally cut down every single tree to maximize the amount of space. So they're basically buttoning up all the homes side by side, and in order to do that, they have to cut the trees down because there's no other way to do it. And then once you move in, you're going to take a a left right here, and as soon as you move in, they'll give you 2 or 3 trees, but it's going to take them. These trees have been here for hundreds of years, so they're actually going to take forever for them to grow. You're probably going to die before they even grow, and sometimes in the harsh winters, they even die because they'll freeze. But yeah, take a look at these homes right here. They're a lot larger lots, nice mature trees, definitely some breathing room. That's why I mentioned that if that's something that you want, breathing room, but you also like the amenities of being right in the city, this is a win, right? Let's take a look at this home right here. I love this home in the corner. Look at how country feel that looks, but you're right in the middle of not downtown, but you're right in the middle of all the hustle and bustle of San Antonio. So there's a lot of character to these neighborhoods. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of amenities near the neighborhood. So that's why a lot of people want to live here. And look at this right here. There's a little creek bed. And that reminds me of one thing. I've talked to some people and they're like, hey, I don't want to live in a flood zone. Well, San Antonio, there really are no flood zones. And if there is, because there's very little, check out this old car right here. It's a nice little old car. If a home is in a flood area, then we're going to know right away because it's going to require flood insurance. So no need to worry about that. We definitely got your back. When you're moving here, we're going to do all the research. All we need to know is that you're coming, right? Let us know. So if you haven't done so, or if you want to schedule a call, there's a QR code right here. You can get that QR code and schedule an appointment so we can talk about your needs and what you're expecting when you move here in San Antonio. It doesn't matter if you're moving here in 30 days or 3 years. We're going to help you along the entire way. But take a look at these homes. They're so large. The lots are big. The homes are older, but they're a lot more stable than, believe it or not, new homes. I don't know if here's a fun fact. The wood that they used to use in the 40s is an actual, say a 2x4. It's actually 2 inches by 4 inches. In today's standards, a 2x4 is 1.5 inch by 3.5 inches. So the wood that they used to use back then also was a harder wood. It was redwood, and now they're using this soft wood, which is pine. And man, those little tidbits of things that a lot of people don't think about. But why do I know it? Well, my dad was a contractor. My uncles were contractors, so I kind of grew up in the space, and that's why I know all this stuff. But that's why I'm in real estate. I want to be able to provide you all the information that you need in order to, make a great move. But take a look at these houses here. Again, this is my kind of neighborhood. If you want space, you want tranquility, but you want to be just minutes from the airport, minutes from downtown, where you can enjoy those other features of San Antonio, then this is definitely a place. And speaking of all this nature, let's head on over to Harburger Park. So if living on a half-acre lot in Castle Hills just doesn't give you, it doesn't scratch that itch for being on the outdoors, I have a special treat for you. Right now, we're in Phil Harburger Park, which is one of the bigger parks in San Antonio. But before I tell you all it has to offer, I have to ask you, is this information helping you out? Is it getting you the things that you need in order to make a good move to San Antonio? If it is, do me a favor. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button and tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out a new video. Also, there's a QR code right here. Do me a favor, you could pause your TV, you can snap that QR code so you can schedule a one-on-one consultation free of charge, so you and I can talk and we can get to see what your family needs are so we could place you in the right part of San Antonio. So Phil Harburger Park, as you can tell, there's so much nature here, and who would think that this is right in the middle of the city? That's something that San Antonio has done very well. They've converted a lot of places into outdoor spaces. Right here we have this not grass, it's a trail, a rock trail, where you can actually, if you're wheelchair bound, you can actually come to the trails because they're made out of this stone right here and also concrete. So yeah, it doesn't mean you have to stay home, or maybe you have children. This is a very kid-friendly park. There's a swing set, there's slides and all that stuff. So your children can come out here, they can enjoy the area. Maybe your family wants to have a picnic. So there's barbecue grills where you can picnic tables, and just enjoy the outdoors. Trust me, when you're here in San Antonio, you're gonna have plenty of opportunities to be outdoors, enjoying this weather, because guess what? San Antonio weather is awesome. So other things that I just forgot to mention about this place is there's a nature center where they actually have classes where your children can come and learn about all the native animals and all the native plants that we have here in San Antonio. So education, having fun and all that good stuff, you're gonna have plenty of it when you're living in Castle Hills. And we're only, as you saw, a couple of minutes away from the neighborhood. So living in Castle Hills is a great area. If there's if you want the convenience of the town and you want to have a lot of amenities nearby, then it's definitely a place where you can live. So if this is a place that you're interested in, do me a favor, give me a call, let me know, send me a text, email, you can give me a phone call. It doesn't matter, I'll answer them all. Whenever you're moving to San Antonio, just know that I have your back. And after saying that, if you're moving here, you probably want to take a look at this video right here and know what neighborhoods not to live in. So till the next video, we'll see you.